My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Love Again. And this is the movie that got released the same day as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 that nobody saw and nobody cared about. Like, this movie just got released and nothing. And it got really bad reviews, but I still went into this movie with an open mind because it's a romantic comedy and I have a real soft spot for this genre. It's really bad. I cannot recommend this movie at all. But what I will say is that the first scene in this movie is absolutely amazing in all of the wrong ways. So, like, you've got this girl texting this guy, and the texts are trying as hard as possible to be super cute. And it's her boyfriend texting her, and he's right behind her. And then he's just so nice, and he's so loving, and he's so funny. He's the perfect boyfriend. So then he leaves this restaurant, and she waves to him through the window while he's on the street. And then it focuses on the girl's face and it slowly zooms in as you hear a car crash in the background. And this might make me sound like a terrible person, but I laughed hysterically at it for a few minutes. Like, no joke, this is comedy gold. It's just so ridiculous and so poorly done. And I was just like, oh, this movie is going to be just like that. Like, if that's the case, I'm going to love this movie. But no, like, that's the peak of the movie. Now, I have to say that all enjoyment aside, that is meant to be the emotional hook of the movie. It's the very foundation. And when it fails as miserably as it does here, well, then the movie has no good foundation. It's just falls flat completely. But if the movie still delivers on the romance and the comedy, then I could still enjoy this movie, but it doesn't. First of all, yes, this movie has every cliche in the book, the wacky friends and all that, which I don't even mind, but I just found every character felt like strictly that cliche. I don't think any of the performances really elevated them. But the two main characters in this movie, I swear they don't meet until almost halfway through it. So it's a romantic comedy where the romance takes at least 45 minutes to get going. Like, that is just unacceptable. And it doesn't help that the two leads have zero chemistry. And I found them both to be insufferably annoying. And opening scene aside, this movie is not remotely funny. So it just was really boring. I thought the cast was really bad. Priyanka Chopra Jonas I thought was not good at all. I thought Sam Heughan, who's in this show called Outlander, which I'm very curious about. Let me know in the comments if I should watch Outlander, because I'm curious. But anyways, he's very flat in this movie. And Celine Dion plays Celine Dion, and man, she's terrible. Like, I love Ashes, I love My Heart Will Go On. There's a few other songs I like from her, but man, as an actress, just nope, just not even remotely good. Um, what else? The music is really bad. And this movie's also a tad bit frustrating because despite being a generic rom-com, there was actually something deeper here. I mean, you've got this woman who's suffering from a terrible loss, who's grieving, and she knows she has to move on, that she has to look for someone else, that she can't be miserable for the rest of her life. And it's about her allowing herself to move on and coming to terms with what has happened and moving on with someone new. And the movie just, it's a very great thematic core that just feels so terribly handled. The exploration of grief here is the character wearing her clothes, the guy's clothes, because she misses his smell, and then crying about it. And it just felt like there could have been something really special here, and it just went into every generic, flat direction it could have. That could have not just been a very charming romantic comedy, but could have been a great movie about moving on and grief. And the movie is just really unremarkable. It's forgettable, it's boring, it lacks in any bit of romance or chemistry. And there's a point where the dude's boss is yelling at him, but then it turns out he's not really yelling at him. And I'm just saying, the boss should have actually been yelling at him. It's just, I know that seems like a nitpick, but when you don't enjoy a movie, you start nitpicking a bit. But yeah, I don't recommend this movie. As someone who enjoys romantic comedies, as someone who believes that Friends with Benefits is legitimately an amazing movie, this movie is terrible, not worth your time in any way. So I'll give Love Again a 2.5 completely because of that hilarious opening scene. I'm not kidding. When it comes to unintentional humor, this movie really delivered in its first few minutes. Just job well done. I know you didn't mean to, but still, you put a smile on this guy's face. So good job, movie, in that regard. The rest of the movie, bad job. But have you seen Love Again? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.